crooked. Let me go ahead and fix that a smidge. Try to fix that a smidge. I hope that helped. We'll see how well that helped. Oh, fall in here. All right. Welcome. Hello, friends. I hope everyone is well. Welcome back to Kingdom Acres. I am Sandra, and I am waiting for 10:30 to do my segment on Craft Around the Clock. But while we wait for the 10:30 mark, go ahead and say hi as you hop on. Let me know where you're from. And just welcome to my late night shenanigans at the craft table. I have a super fun project planned, and it's very smelly goody, and it is very versatile. It's something that can go with you kind of from season to season, which I like because I am not one who likes to have to haul a bunch of stuff in and haul a bunch of stuff out and, you know, kind of start from scratch for each season. So I'm really excited to be on with y'all tonight. Super excited. Also, just so you know, I do not live alone, which means that there's often, hi Tracy, there's often noises in the background. You can hear dogs barking and crunching and eating their dog food, or kids cooking in the kitchen, a late night snack, or doors opening and closing, just always some sort of blessed ruckus going on in the Waldrop residence. So thank you for grace in that area. And really, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm the youngest of 6 children, the only girl, and I grew up with noise. And so I don't really know what to do with quiet. Okay, it's 10:30, yay. If you are catching me from Craft Around the Clock, and I hope you are, welcome. And if you are not, please jump down into the description of this video to join that group. We would love to have you on there. We have crafters back to back, Monday through Friday, and sometimes even on the weekends. And it is a fantastic group that you can just get so many great ideas, inspiration, and instruction on if you are an aspiring crafter. Even if you just like to tootle around and just kind of see what's going on, that's great too. We love to have you. So what I have going on today, you might notice I've already got a little bit of a mess going on here. From my last live that I did, none of this ever went away. And this is like my multi-purpose table where we eat breakfast, do homeschool work, crafting. So normally this all gets put away and comes back out. Well, we had competition over the weekend, so I went to bed after my live the last time and woke up Friday morning, and I was gone with the wind, running out the door, and I've been running ever since. And I'm just happy to get back to the craft table, even if it is a little late in the evening. I hope that you have fun being part of my late night shenanigans. So, all right, I picked these little pans up, I want to say at a thrift store. It wasn't the Goodwill. I'm sure Amazon would have them. They are a solid metal. They're decent. I really like the oval shape of them though. It's something different, something that adds another element to your decor, to your shelves. And so I really love it. And I have 3 of them here. I don't know if we'll do all 3 of them, but we're at least gonna do one. We'll see what all we can get done today. I've seen a lot of fake bakes done, and I've done a few, and I love the way food items can go, can really go from season to season, right? Hi Natalie, welcome. Welcome in. Let me know where you're watching from. So food can go from season to season, and I just love that. And I love that I can have something that's that looks delicious that I'm not tempted to eat. I used to bake all the time just so that I could have like a cake or something on my counter, but it would be gone that day. It does not last in my house. We love sugar, we love carbs. We will eat it. We will eat it. And when I am like trying to lose weight and stuff, it's always a struggle because it'll be late at night and my husband will get that look in his eye and I'll have that look in my eye and we're like, how about some ice cream? How about a piece of pie? So, all right. This already has kind of a black hue to it, but it's kind of shiny and I'm not digging the shine. So I'm going to go ahead and go over it with some black chalk paint. Let's see here. Let me just use one of these little sponge brushes. And I'm just going to go right on over it with some craft paint, with some chalk paint, excuse me. And I'm just trying to kind of take away that that shininess. And we're going to see how well this works. Again, these are new to me, and I'm not sure what kind of metal it is. It seems kind of non-stick, and non-stick may or may not be our friend. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Good morning, or good morning. Good evening, Linda. It's morning somewhere, I'm sure. I'm sure. Okay, so it's kind of beating up a little bit. I'm sure it'll be fine. As we let it kind of dry and add some, I'm going to go ahead and do these others so I can let that one dry while I keep going. And it looks like if I put on a thicker layer, it'll stay better. So that's good. I hope everyone had a great weekend. We had a 4-H meeting tonight. We had our county council voting and elections. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. Elections. And so that was fun. Hey, Erin, good to see you again. She's my buddy. She was also at the 4-H meeting. It's always so much fun going and getting to be a part of that, letting the kids have fun. As homeschoolers, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I couldn't do that because my kid wants to run for student council president. They want to do student government. Well, my kid does 4-H and she can do student government too, just through 4-H. So that's really awesome. And so my daughter did run. She ran last year also, and so she was parliamentarian all year this year, which was a lot of fun for her. And she was hesitant to run again. She was hesitant because she has a calf now that is a lot of work. And so she was hesitant. And so when elections came tonight, she did not get reelected, and she was really relieved. I was like, well, you know, we had already put her name on the ballot, so she went ahead and went through with the election. But thankfully, she is relieved. She does not have to do next year, just until we get our ground. She said she will run again. She'll run next year, and she'll do all the things. But she just, you know, she wants to show heifers. And she wants to show cows. I don't know. She has a heifer right now that's a calf still. And it's a lot of work. It is so much work. Let me see. Hi, Rennie Stevens. Thanks for being here. Kelly, thank you. Thank you for the sprinkles. I appreciate that. I really do. So I've just got that chalk paint on there, and it looks like it's doing good. It looks like it's doing pretty good. This one might have been kind of splotchy just because I had just washed my little sponge brush, So I'm just gonna give this one more good, good coat here. And then I want it to look kind of rusty and grubby. So I'm gonna pull out my cinnamon. Let me eyeball where I have it. I have it over here, okay. And I will grab that and give this a little sprinkle to give it just that rusty look, that old look, not quite perfect look. That's the look that I'm going for, both in crafting and in life. Who likes perfection? Not me. Oh, Lily's so gracious. Thank you. That's my daughter, Lily. She's just really easygoing, and she is so happy for her friends who got the positions that they wanted and everything, and her heart goes out to, you know, all the kids who didn't get the positions that they were really wanting. I know there were some kids who really wanted the stuff they ran for and didn't get it, and you know, we always feel bad for them, but not everybody can win, you know. It's just kind of the name of the game, right? So, okay, I got that one sprinkled. Let me position this around, and I can sprinkle this one next. Let me give this one a second coat. Just trying not to completely cover myself in paint, although I do have a tendency to do that. It's kind of my thing. Oh, thank you, Natalie. Thank you, I appreciate that. Y'all are too awesome. So awesome. So anyways, yeah, it was a good time. I loved hearing all the kids' speeches, and they're so just, you know, seeing these kids up there and how well they speak. I know some adults who can't get in front of a crowd like that and enunciate like they do, and just, you know, speak so eloquently and thoughtful, you know, just really thought out speeches, and with a lot of heart too. So I was really proud of them, hearing all of their stuff. And one girl told me, which I was really surprised, but one girl told me that she ran 4 years in a row and didn't make it before she made it. And she's been on the council like 3 or 4 years now. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. You know, just having that determination to just keep going. So I'm really proud of that one. She's not mine. She's not my daughter. She's not even in like my club, but I'm proud of her. I can say that. That is just so sweet. I love it. And my little one is looking forward to running in upcoming years. As soon as she's eligible, she'll get to run. So just lots of fun. All the student government things. And then, and that just opens them up for more positions in higher levels, district level, state level, national level. It's really a big thing. So, pretty awesome opportunities. Lots of things that are just out of the ordinary that we wouldn't otherwise get to do, like having a cow. We wouldn't have a reason to convince my husband to get us a cow. Something with a squishy nose that we can play with. So much fun. I love cows. They're just so cute. This one has a little bit of an attitude though. She's still learning. Always. Oh, well, yes. How well they speak. It's so crazy. So crazy. I'm like, they've been doing this a while. Those ones that are just super well spoken and everything. And so I was really proud of them. Okay, which one did I do first? I think maybe this one over here. Trying to work in in a circle and keep things in order. Okay, I'm gonna put the lid back on this because when I plug in my blow dryer, my heat tool, my fancy dancy heat tool that I use for both crafting and my hair. Plug it in over here. Okay, maybe. All right. While I fight with that plug, excuse me. Okay. I'm just gonna put this on low and kind of dry it a bit so we can move on to the next step. But yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight seeing all the kids do all their good things. It's always a good time. And then I also found out that my older daughter who ran and didn't make it, she did, however, make it for one of her competitions that she competed in over the weekend. They made it to state. So we'll be going to College Station in June. That's gonna be really fun. That's gonna be really fun. I'm just giving that one a dry so I can move on with that one. These ones can just sit for a minute. Okay, so that's how that's looking. Not so shiny, not so new looking, just, you know. And then it's got the cinnamon that's helping it look nice and rusty. Hello. Oh, thank you for being here, Janet. Welcome, welcome. Where are you from? Let us know where you're from. Okay, so I am going to put a crust on this. I'm not going to do the traditional pie situation because this is a oval thing, right? It's oval. So usually on these kinds of desserts, you would do like a crust and then maybe like a streusel topping. That's what I'm going for here. Oh yes, it is. 4-H is an amazing program. I love it so much. All right. I don't know if I should paint that or let's see here. No, I don't think I will because I'm gonna go over it with my clay, just my Model Magic, my Crayola Model Magic. I love just keeping this stuff on hand because I use it for a ton of stuff. Now, if you did not have Model Magic and you do not want to go to the store to get some, it is always an option to just make some salt dough. And I like to use Tracy from My Sweet Home Living. I like to use her recipe for the coffee grunge in place of the water. So I have my coffee grunge ready to go all the time. And then I, instead of putting the cup of water, I put a cup of coffee grunge. And it just turns things out so nice. Let me grab one of these and show you. So this is a bundt cake that I made using salt dough, but with Tracy's coffee grunge recipe. So that just looks gorgeous to me. It looks chocolatey and just go out to 4-H, yes. Hi Carla, welcome. Sister of West Virginia. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, thank you Kelly. Yes. She's excited. I'm excited for her. The only issue, there's always an issue because I keep our schedule packed full, right? We are a family that is constantly going. And because of that, this summer I scheduled a camping trip for us. Not ever considering that we would be going to state because this is her first year that she's eligible to go to state because state is only for kids that are in the senior division. Okay, so like younger kids can't go. So she hadn't been able to go any of the other years, so it wasn't even on my radar. So that same week, I scheduled a camping trip. And Mama needs a break. Mama needs a break. Okay, so I just put the clay all around the top and inside here, okay? I just have it kind of molded in there just to cover up those sides, okay? I brought them all the way to the edge. And then, oh, thank you, Carla, thank you. And then I'm just taking my finger and kind of pushing it between my thumb and my forefinger on the other hand and making little V's, just like you would a pie, just to give it that real pretty dessert looking situation here. And if there is any metal showing, we can either squish the clay in a direction or we can paint. We can figure it out. I'm not too concerned about it. Okay. Do that there. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Got that one there, that one there. All right. And that's how that's looking. And that's just the Crayola Model Magic. It's not any fancy kind of clay. It's just the Model Magic. Now I want this to be nice and smooth, so I'm going to take my finger, have some water in this cup, and I'm just going to get some water on my finger and just kind of smooth out the clay some, just to make it kind of make it look a little bit more doughy and not so clay-like. And I am going to go over this to give it, you know, some color, make it look more baked, give it that baked look. Okay, squish these up just a little bit. I'm going to push those out just a little bit more, just beyond the middle a bit. Okay, I'm just going to keep smoothing that out with my water and my fingers. Hi, Colleen. So Janet, West Virginia. Wow, that place is just so beautiful. Are y'all planting your gardens yet? I know planting over there can be tricky, right? Because y'all get some pretty cold weather. I was out in my garden today and it is just hopping. Got some big old pumpkins growing and tomatoes and all the things, but I planted the last week of February. And then we did have some cold snaps, but I just I have a lot of things in containers, and what I don't have in containers, I just, I have like some old trampoline parts, and so I just built little frames and covered them with plastic just from the hardware department at Walmart. Just bought one of those big old painter sheet things, and it worked great. It worked great. Okay, so I think we're about good here. Getting this all smoothed out. Tell me what y'all think. Is it looking like some pie dough that hasn't been baked yet? It smells great with that cinnamon on there. Yes, smells fantastic already. And I've already got some cinnamon happening inside this crust because it's not staying put, and that's okay. I'll go over it with some Mod Podge or something. Okay, so since I'm not doing like a crust, I'm not gonna waste time trying to make like little apple pieces or anything crazy like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and cover this with some what's this called? Some filler. Oh, you know what? I need to plug in my hot glue gun here. Give me just a second. I've got the one plug, right? And so that complicates things for me. For me, when I'm crafting, complicates things just a smidge, because then I have to get that going. So anyways, I can go ahead and look at these. That's still wet. Don't want to touch that. Nope. Nope, that's okay. Just have the one outlet. One of these days I'll upgrade my life a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Choose Joy, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad y'all are here. Where are y'all from? Let me know where you're from. Man, we're at 31 people. Y'all are some night owls. Some night owls. And you see how I have this just kind of poked in there. You can hot glue it in, but we are going to take some cloth and we're just going to cover it. I just want to have this covered up because then we can get to trying to kind of create our streusel topping. Is it streusel or strudel? I think it's streusel, right? Am I saying? Yes, I need a power strip. I need one. I need all the life upgrades I can get for my little craft corner. But truthfully, I have a craft room in my sunroom. The Wi-Fi doesn't reach. The Wi-Fi doesn't reach there. So from Ohio, deep South Texas, that's where I am. Hey, Erin, how are you? I'm glad you're here, but why are you awake? We have co-op tomorrow. You get to sleep in a little bit, though. You've got the littles. I have the early classes. New Jersey, 11:54. Wow. Wowzers, that's crazy. Yeah. Whenever I start thinking about time zone differences, I just kind of get like, woo. Makes me feel small on this earth, like staring at the stars, you know, just. Your kids are gone? Where have they gone? North of Dallas, Nebraska. Wow. Wow. Yeah, no, it's just about to be 11 here. I'm south of Houston, so we've got all the nice warm weather here. I was actually sweating today, which is very not like me. I usually run cold even in the summer, but I was working outside quite a bit. Okay, I've got this in here, and I'm not trying to make it super flat because streusel doesn't, it's not usually like flat, you know, it's kind of bumpy. So I want this to be bumpy. All right, and now I'm just gonna hot glue this around. Hopefully this is warm enough, but not so warm it's gonna burn my fingers off. Y'all say a little prayer for me and my poor little phalanges here. Hopefully I get to keep some remnants of my fingerprints. I always joke that, you know, if I ever commit a major crime, the FBI will never know who did it because of all of the canning and baking and crafting. My fingerprints are pretty much gone. North Carolina. Oh, your in-laws took the kiddos. Oh, awesome. That's awesome. Nice little break. Nice little break. Oregon. Wow, y'all are all over. Y'all are just blessing my heart being on here with me tonight. For a long time, it was just me and Erin sitting here chit-chatting back and forth. Hi, Erin. Oh, you sitting here crafting, her over there cleaning. When you've got kids, that's your hobby right there. It's cleaning. Somebody's always needing a snack. Somebody's always dirtying a cup. But now I've got older kids, and one in particular that likes to do late night cooking. Minnesota, 80 miles south of San Antonio. That's awesome. Cold all the time too. Oh, blood thinners. Okay, yes. Oregon, North Carolina. Wow. Yeah. Now my mom was anemic. She's been anemic all of her life pretty much. And I've been anemic all of my life. And I've come to the conclusion that that's just my normal, right? That's just how my body runs. And so, so I've come to terms with just being cold most of the time. I like to call summer second winter because when you go inside, people like to keep it like the Arctic. Literally, like it's so cold because it's so hot outside and you're going straight in from that hot air. Oh, goodness gracious. So cold. When I go shopping, I have to take a sweater because if not, I will just shiver myself to death. All right, I've got that all layered in there and glued down along with a strand of my hair, apparently. I don't know if that's an iron thing. I'm always losing hair. I'm always losing hair. I'm trying to keep it. My kids, let's see. My kids are about, my oldest, my only son, he's about to turn 20. Okay, he'll be 20 in June. Then my daughter just below him will be 19 in July. So they're 13 months apart. And then I have a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old. So I graduated my two oldest from homeschooling a couple years ago. I lost half my homeschool in one fell swoop, and that was crazy. Everybody was like, congratulations. I was like, you mean condolences? You mean condolences. Now I can't make my son go on all these crazy field trips with me. He's a homebody. I have to force him to do all the fun things. So, all right. I'm going to use just plain Mod Podge, okay? And I'm just going to dab, 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 okay? And I don't want this like super saturated, but I want it good and on there. I'm not trying to soak out the cotton below, but I definitely want this this cheesecloth to be covered. And I know that that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but you'll see. It'll work out. It'll work out if we say it'll work out. It's cheesecloth. It's cheesecloth. Yes. I just used some cotton batting, like not cotton, but it's the polyfill. And then I layered cheesecloth on top. And now I'm just kind of smooshing it. That's a technical term, I'm sure, somewhere. I'm getting all that Mod Podge on there as best I can. That's how, see, it's just kind of on there a bit. And we're gonna kind of, oh goodness, this is not my open coffee. This is not my open coffee. Let's see. Okay, there's my open coffee. I get bottle after bottle of this instant coffee from Dollar Tree. Oh, very similar to yours. Oldest will be 20 in June. Okay. And then 17 and 14. Yes, yes, that's very close. Very close. Okay. I'm just sprinkling this on here. I'm trying not to like smoosh it too much and break down those granules. I want the chunkies. I want these chunkies on here. I want them to be, yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope I catch all your questions. I hope I catch them. Trying to go back and forth and see. Now that I'm 40, my eyeballs are just kind of like, and especially, you know, 10:30 at night, after all of the day's happenings, so my daughter's calf that we brought home, it came home to us from being halter broken on Saturday this weekend, just like 3 days ago. What day is this? 2 days ago. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, on Saturday, okay. Saturday it got here. Well, you know, she did a show with this calf on Saturday, and then she brought it home. And the calf is doing actually pretty well. She does well in her stall, but when we take her out, she is just like terrified of everything. And you know, I've got big buckets of like herbs and stuff out front, and we've got horses and chickens and ducks and all these different things, all these different animals. Can y'all see? Okay, all right. Try not to put things in front of this. And she does not want to go into that wash rack. Whatever is going on, and I'm thinking, because the wash rack is in the area between my house and our garage. And so it's just like a little patio area, and directly connected to the patio is our backyard. And that's where we have our ducks and chickens, and you can see our horses from there, and our horses are so nosy. They're just over there staring and looking, and oh, I don't even know what's going through their heads. They're like, that's the funniest looking horse I ever did see. But, so every time we try to take her into the patio to the wash rack, she's just like, oh no, I ain't going in there. There's got to be monsters or something. I know in my knower that there are monsters in there, because she's refusing. And so I'm pushing and, you know, giving her taps on her booty and just trying to, you know, motivate her. And my daughter's pulling, and oh goodness, we're a mess over here. I have 2-month-old daughters. Oh, your oldest? Oh, okay. 32. Oh, wow. Wow, 32 in May and got married in October. Oh, goodness. All right. I'm just adding a little bit of cinnamon on top of this, because when it dries, it's going to dry kind of grungy looking. Let me see if I can get this little grungy jar. So this look on this grungy jar, you can see that's the Mod Podge and the coffee together. Okay, that's the look that I'm going for on top of this, but I want it to have the cinnamon on top, because what is streusel without the cinnamon? Streusel in like real life is usually like cinnamon and brown sugar and a little bit of flour mixed together and baked with butter, I want to say, something like that. So I'm just continuing to layer on, okay, and I like how that's looking. All right, let's see, we've got some time left. All right, so now I'm gonna work on my crust, and let's see here, what do we want to use? I have my coffee podge here. I use, for this batch, I used Miss Tracy's recipe for the coffee grunge, and that's linked in her My Sweet Home Living, and I have the link to hers on my page featured, so that you can get to her page quick too. So it's that, and then I have mine mixed with Mod Podge. It's very thin, okay? Mine is very, very thin. If you're wanting a real thick layer, you want to use Miss Tracy's coffee podge recipe, which is also on her page in her featured section. And as soon as I'm done with mine, I'm going to be making her recipe, because I think hers is better. All right, let's see here. Let me find my weapon of choice. 2 daughters and not a 2-month-old. I was gonna say that's a pretty big age gap, but listen, okay, I have a friend from high school who is 3 years older than me, and she just did her gender reveal on Facebook the other day. And I just told my husband, I said, look, honey, we could have another. We could always have more. Okay, I'm just gonna go around this and give all those edges some color. My coffee podge here. Coffee-ish podge. Podge-ish. My thin Coffee Podge. Anyways, coffee grunge with Mod Podge. Hers is going to be thicker though if you use Tracy's recipe. I love that recipe too. All right, let's see. Okay, this is not how it's going to look, right? Once it dries with that glaze, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's going to look great. It's going to look freshly baked. Let's see. I'm trying to get all around this so I can send y'all off to bed. I know everyone's got busy things going all week long. So I told my husband, I was like, I do need a break. At some point, I'm going to have to take a break from all of our activities. But listen, okay, normally we do a Wednesday co-op for 4-H. Us homeschoolers get together and we work on our 4-H projects with these kids. And they do all sorts of stuff. They learn wildlife ID, they do vet science, they do food challenge, cooking, they do Duds to Dazzle, which is like, it's crafting. It's a craft project. And we do all these things. Well, since district is over, that's it. We don't have that anymore. So that's one day a week that I don't have to get up early and take off running out the door. So I am so excited for summer break. Now these kids, my 9-year-old who's on the Duds to Dazzle team, it was their first year at district competing. And I could not believe my eyes when I opened up those results this morning, and they got first place. They got first place. I could not believe it. Good morning, Pat, or good morning. It's morning somewhere. Good evening, Pat. Thanks for being here. All right, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that great? Did I see a white spot? I did see a white spot. I thought maybe it was the glare from the light. Nope. There was a white spot. Let's just get that going there. So yeah, I could not believe they got first place. I was so excited. And you know, they had worked really hard all semester long on this project and getting to know this competition, okay? So I knew that they knew it. I knew that they would do well. I figured they would place. However, when we got to district and they were doing orientation, the leader asked, is it anybody's first time here? And our team was the only one who raised their hand. So ours was the only team that it was their first time there. Everybody else had competed at district doing this before. And these girls took first place. I could not believe it. This is it. Oh, thank you. So yes, they took first place. I just could not believe it. I could not believe it. All right. So we got that. All right. I do need that plug. I need a power strip. I need a power strip so I don't have to go back and forth with this. Oh goodness, I pushed a button. I heard it pop. All right, here we go. Let's dry this a little bit. Just trying to come out of the socket there. So yes, it was a great time, and the girls were so excited when they found out that they got first place. I was like, yeah, they worked hard, and when I saw their project, I thought that they had sewn it because it was so finished looking. Well, apparently when they went to start creating oh, thank you, Kelly. When they went to start putting their project together, the sewing machine kept bunching up. So it was malfunctioning and they didn't have time to fix the sewing machine. So they had to rethink how they were going to put their project together. And so they used the hot glue gun, right, which we had gone through like problem solving and stuff, you know, just in case, because I know sewing machines can be very finicky. especially when you're traveling with them. So, yes, hard work does pay off, yes. So they put it together. Their mystery item was an apron, and you have to use 50% of the mystery item in your overall project. And they were assigned to do an accessory. Okay, so there's 3 categories. It's like an accessory, a wearable, or a non-wearable that's like a home furnishing kind of situation. And they were assigned an accessory. I'm just gonna dab this in the places where I want it to be a little bit browner on that fabric. And so, yeah, they made a purse out of the apron, and I was very impressed because they even like took where the seams are on the other parts of the apron. They cut off the pocket and they made a purse out of that. They cut off the seams and glued on the seams to make it look more finished. I was so surprised. They did so great. Sounds like, yes, it's very similar to the Mystery Box Challenge, yes. So that's how that's looking. I'm just gonna take some of my ink. I know we've got 1 minute left here, but if you'll bear with me, I will find all of my hidden items on my craft cart. And I'm just gonna give it some little burnt edges and give it just a little bit more of that baked look. So there we go, that's it. Now we have our streusel all ready, and it smells so good. My goodness gracious, it smells so good. And this could go on a Americana vignette, it can go on your Christmas vignette, it can be, you know, a shelf sitter for any season, any holiday. Is just one of those versatile things, and it just looks like a yummy dessert. So anyways, there she is. There's our streusel. Thank you all so much for being here with me tonight. I appreciate you all for sticking around and staying up late for my night owl shenanigans. And I hope to see you all around tomorrow and craft around the clock. We've got co-op, so I'll be zooming all day, but I'm gonna pop in and out in the comments of all my crafting friends throughout the day. And I hope to see y'all commenting there too. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for making a homemade home with me today. Good night, y'all.